paper.
Good morning, everybody, to Marketing Matters. I'm Sarah Touchstone, Landmark Title, social media marketing strategist. And this is our weekly webinar that we bring to you every Wednesday at 10 a.m. And we bring you the best people in the industry to give you the most relevant information that usually pertains to marketing and building your business. We've been very blessed over this past year to bring on top producing agents, industry partners, our business development staff at Landmark Title. And today I am joined by one of my B&I partners, Sonia. Sonia and I are in a business, it's B&I, Business Networking International, which if you've never heard of it, it is a small business networking group. But this is the largest network and organization in the world of networkers. These people are out there hustling up referrals. Very similar in a lot of ways to what real estate agents are doing day in and day out for their business. But Sonia and I, we've known each other for about a year now, and we're always talking about how to continue building referrals, because in our networking group, it's all about the referral. And out of all the people that I've ever met, Sonia has to be one of the top people for building a referral-based business. She's with Allstate Insurance, but this is exactly what she does to build her business. It's all word of mouth. It's all person to person, and it's all referrals, which for a real estate agent, that is the dream. You've got a referral-based business, guys. You are living the dream. So Sonia, thank you so much for coming on today. We're going to talk a little bit about referrals, and I want to hear more about how this process works for you.
Well, Sarah, thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it. And yes, we've known each other for about a year, and Sarah's awesome. She's got great ideas for marketing. So when she approached me about this, I said, me? Okay, yes, I do referral marketing. That's how I've grown my business. Been in the business for 20 years, but I've had my own agency for 6 years. And, I'm so happy I don't have to purchase internet leads and other, spend marketing money on other types of direct mail, things like that. I do referral marketing. So today I've got a couple of tips for you guys about, how I kind of grew my business through referrals. So first, I would say join a networking group. So as Sarah had mentioned earlier, I am part of B&I, Business Network Institution. There are 65 chapters in the Phoenix area, which is a lot of chapters. But it doesn't have to be, B&I. It could be any type of networking group, anything that you feel comfortable in being a part of, something that you can stay consistent with, something that you can continue to make sure you show up for, right? That's the main thing. So it could be a regional based type of networking group. It could be maybe something with your church, a church-based networking group, a hobby-based networking group, things that align with your interests as well, and things that align with the people that you want to market to. Your perfect ideal partner, right? So that would be, my first one. And some of the things that I specifically do, like you mentioned earlier, was B&I. And then I also attend local meetings. My office is located in Arcadia. So there's a couple of networking things in Arcadia. I do things like this with you, Sarah, because you rock. And, it's a little, another form of marketing. So that is something that I would say is very important. And then with the people that you actually have that you connect with, go and do what they do, whatever the other types of networking things they're doing. So if one of your referral partners has another networking group that they're part of, go be a part of it, join them in it. So that way now you're not only are you building that relationship with your referral partner, but you're also meeting their people and the people that they are with, and you're increasing your own network at the same time. So that's tip number one, if you'd say. Tip number two, think outside the box when it comes to marketing. So there's hundreds of agents out there, hundreds of insurance agents out there. So I try to make myself different by picking something that not a lot of insurance agents know about. So something that Allstate does is Airbnb and VRBO. And so I specialize in providing insurance coverage, correct insurance coverage, for people who own, Airbnbs and VRBOs. So that's my second tip, because there's a ton of insurance agents out there. There's a ton of realtors out there. What do you do differently? And then market that. And that way you're not just the other realtor. You're just not the other insurance agent. That makes sense. So find something, and that's something, Airbnb, VRBOs, that's something that's popping all over Phoenix area. People are purchasing them. So if you have a team of people with your buyers that say, hey, you want to set up a Airbnb or a VRBO, I know how to do that from A, B, C, A through Z. And then that customer is going to be like, wow, this is great. You took care of everything for me. I'll send you some more people. And feel free to chime in at any time, Sarah.
Okay. Yeah. So far, what you like what you mentioned, with asking, your people that you're already in networks with to invite you to other networks. Sonia knows every week that we meet, we always have an ask. And that's one of the things I'm always asking is, hey, what are you guys doing this week? Or when I've got a networking lunch or something like that, I'm always putting it out there to my networking group. Hey, I'm doing this. I hope you guys can come. And vice versa. Like that's every other week. I feel like that's my ask. Hey, what are you guys doing? Can I come along? Can I tag along? And there've already been some really great things that I've attended. And some other things that I'm finding out about now that I'm getting on my calendar. So,
So think about that. Think about not just the people who refer to you, your referral partners, but think about who they know. And how can you get access to who they know as well? I had a little note here. Referral marketing, a lot of times I feel like people go to the same people and keep asking, right? They keep trying to say, hey, when are we getting business? When are we getting, let's work together, this and that. Something else that I've done is if it doesn't work, keep moving forward, don't spend so much time and energy trying to create a referral partner where maybe you feel like it might not be beneficial, right? Mutually beneficial, because there's plenty of people out there. And there's plenty of people to connect with. So if one person's not specifically working, try somebody else, try something else. So, that's the second part of it. And keep that relationship. But too often I see, people coming and saying, I've gone to the same people, I've gone to the same things. Well, you try something different, go to something different, who is working well with you. Ask them for referrals. Say, hey, I know that this is what you do. This is a great power partner for me. Who else do you know in your industry that you can introduce me to? Because they'll be happy to do that. So kind of just thinking outside the box in that sense. And then once you get a referral, do a great job. Go above and beyond. Thank them. I mean, some simple things, but you'll be surprised, Sarah, how often people don't even take the time to just really make that person feel special for sending somebody their way.
Yeah, so, it's huge. A referral is huge, guys.
Yeah,
it's worth. I mean, in real estate, obviously, you can't pay people a referral fee. Like you cannot pay a non-licensed agent for a referral fee. However, there are a lot of things that you can do. You can get them a gift card to their favorite restaurant or grocery store or activity, or even go above and beyond. And because in real estate, I mean, when you're getting a referral, we're talking thousands of dollars, guys.
Right.
Take them out for a nice dinner. Spend time with them. That honestly is one of the most valuable things that you can do when you get a quality referral, when you close a referral, is give them your time and make it special. Make them feel special, because it's huge getting a referral in our industry. So, I mean, take them out for a steak dinner. You know, it's money well spent and time well spent.
I think the time part is really important, and that goes back to referral marketing. It's not easy. It takes time to build, and it's not expensive, but it takes time to build. And time is money. You can definitely say that.
Yep.
But when you get those referrals, there's so much there's so much easier to close those people. They already have that trust with you. Getting a lead is so different than getting a referral. And we know the difference between that. And I'm sure they know the difference between that. So, what some of the things that I do is I take them out for lunch. I do gift cards. I'll go to their offices and, drop off goodies and things like that. We'll go do Top Golf. If they like golfing, take them into Top Golf, just fun ways, but spend time with those people. Because I think that is what's the most important thing for them.
Sonia.
Yeah. Okay. No, you're good. And so, that's, and then just keep on, and then have a, I have a referral program for my, business partners, but I also, in my power partners, but I also have a referral program for my clients. So if they send me a referral, they're getting a gift card, they're getting a thank you letter. And then, depending on how many referrals they send, I'll take them for lunch,
Absolutely.
So, referral business doesn't have to only come from business partners. It can also come from your client base. And it's important to appreciate every referral, as they come. So those are just a couple of notes that I had on what I've done to, successfully build my business in the last couple of years. And, it's been great. It shows in the production, it shows in the quality of customers that we have and the clients that we have, and it just continues to grow. So that's what I got for you guys today.
Yeah, well, and so I've got a couple of questions specifically that I want to know a little bit more about your referral-based business. So one of the questions I had are, when you're working a referral-based business, what are your goals and how do you track them? Because it's great to just say, I work my referral partners. I've got, these referral partners. But as we all know, especially in real estate, if you're not tracking your numbers and contacts, stuff is going to fall through the cracks.
Right. So, I have my own goal for my business and I try to meet that. So I think you have to have a bigger picture goal for yourself before having the goals with each referral partner. So then I just align everything to that based on all of the different methods that I use for marketing. So I'll say, okay, if this is my goal for the year, I will do, my goal is to get this much out of referral stuff. I still feel like you have to do a little bit of all kinds of marketing. So I'll say, okay, I'll spend this much with Allstate for, mailers and things like that. And then so I split that up. But specifically with the referral partners, it's my time spent. So based on the time that I spend in connecting with them and getting to know them, and then connecting with them, and then how many referrals am I getting from this person, right? So, and then what can I do for them as well? I always come, I know I can't always send referrals to realtors and lenders because they're at the end of the process of purchasing a house and they say, hey, I need insurance, but those are great people for me because I get referral business from them. So what I'll do instead is I'll say, well, how can I help you in your business? Can I introduce you to some people? What's a great power partner for you? And I'll try to make those connections with them and see if I can help in that way. So kind of a mutually beneficial relationship. And if I feel like that's something that they're both, then it's the time spent. It's the time spent and really just saying, okay, who, and that goes back to the thing that I mentioned earlier. If you feel like you're spending too much time on somebody and trying to connect with them and you're still kind of being looked over, right? Take your effort, because the effort is the same, and give it to somebody else.
Yeah, one of the things that I do really like about BNI is that we are forced to track our referrals.
Yes.
So we actually have an app where we can go in, we can track how often we're meeting with people. We call them one-to-ones. We track our referrals, our thank you for closed business. We actually, as a group, we don't have necessarily individual goals within BNI, but as a whole, we have, I guess they're weekly goals, aren't they?
They're weekly goals and monthly goals, right? So I do love BNI because there's accountability to it. And it's also one seat per position. So if you're all about accountability, then that's great for you. But that also goes back to, not everybody likes that model, right? So you got to find something that works for you, but you do have to track everything. I track everything in the office with an Excel spreadsheet with all of our power partners on there. How many referrals are we getting from them? So you do have to have that measurable part where you say, okay, this person has sent me so many referrals, but I've spent, $300 taking them out for lunch and dinner. And then I've gone here and I've gotten this. Or maybe it's, hey, I haven't even had a chance to meet them or see them, but I'm doing such a great job. They keep sending me referrals, because that's happened too, where I've gotten busy and I haven't been able to, connect with them, or they're busy, but they keep sending us referrals because we do such a great job. And, they're just like, well, she'll get it done. So you just kind of have to work with each one, but definitely measure. Definitely track. And that's with every business. You have to track where your people are coming from, where your referrals are coming from. And if that's where they're coming from, spend more time with them. It just makes sense.
Yes. Yeah. I think that's one of the biggest things that I see in real estate is, you'll get referrals and you'll be so excited and you'll celebrate, you'll do all the steps up to the point where you don't really track the referrals. That may go into your CRM. So if you're using a CRM, make sure that you're using specific categories and tags, that these are referral partners, because you're going to want to kind of elevate them a little higher.
One of the questions I always ask my staff when a call comes in for new business, I always ask them, you've got to ask, how did they hear about us? You have to. Yes. And so that way, if they say, oh, I heard from my friend, oh, what is their name? Are they a client of ours? Usually they are. And then we'll send over a gift. So that way I can also make sure that my referral programs that I have in place with gift cards and things like that, that I'm doing what, that I'm going back and giving them what I've told them that I'm going to give them if they send a referral. So that part is also really important to it as well.
It is. All right, Sonia. I know we said it's time, but I know there's money involved in this. What is your budget usually for working your referrals? Because I always say this should be part of your marketing budget.
Right. Absolutely. Figure out. So my specific costs are, the membership for BNI. If you go into leadership, then they'll waive your fees for a year, which is nice. And you know about that too, Sarah, now.
Do this year.
So, that you have an annual membership for that. And then there's, gift cards. Then there's also lunches and things like that. But monthly, I would say, it really, again, it goes back to the time, building the business with the time, and every person is different. If you're willing to put the time into it to really connect with people, it works, but that's really what it is. I mean, I would say on average, anywhere, maybe a couple of thousand a month, is, usually on average of what I spend. And then I go by the book with all my gift card programs and all of that. So this is, so it's a modest amount. And then I look at, just in comparison, I look at some other agencies that are, where we're at as well in terms of business. And they're putting in thousands of dollars on marketing. So like, you got to do what works for you, right? I don't think referral marketing is for everybody. I enjoy meeting people. I enjoy, connecting with people. Problem with the sound, how much the amount it was a problem with the sound. So a couple of thousand. I mean, I would say on max, maybe about
10, like 10 to 15,000 is a lot of times what people are doing when they're paying for leads.
Yes, when they're paying for leads in agencies. So they do probably about the same production. So we're consistently like in my market of 110 people, I'm consistently top 15. Okay. But all of us do our business very differently. I think maybe 2 people do referral business, and then a lot of the other people spend tens and thousands of dollars on internet leads, on direct mailers. So 10 to 15 to $20,000 a month, right? So, but again, that works for them, right? There's always a way to grow your business, but we're specifically talking about referral marketing. So that I probably spend about max 5,000.
Yeah, which is really awesome considering you're one of the top, Sonia. And then, okay, so as you are getting in referral partners, I know you run an entire team. Who is responsible for managing them?
So I do have an agency manager, and she's responsible for making sure that, we're making sure the referral program's in place. I do have somebody who works part-time who actually runs my whole referral gift card program, which is really nice because, it's a lot of work. It's tedious work, mailing them out and all of that, handwriting, all of those things. So I still want that personal touch, but I don't have the time for it, right? So I have somebody who does that portion of it for me. And then she also does send out cards. So I utilize send out cards. If you haven't heard of it, it's great. It's a great way to just connect with your referral partners, your clients, with that personal touch. And they just send that person, you've heard of send out cards, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
love it
as well. But that's the person who's responsible for, and then myself, of course, I got to make my business. I get to connect with my referral partners and I get to thank them for sending business. I mean, I can't say thank you enough sometimes when it comes.
Yeah. But I do think it is great that sometimes, it is very beneficial to bring in a little bit of that extra outside help to make sure everything is getting done and you're staying on top of these referrals. Okay, and then the last question that I have, how do you continuously promote your services to your referral partners?
It's just being present, being in front of them, I feel like as long as they see me, and I notice it because there's times when we get busy or I'll have stuff to do with the staff, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, we haven't gotten that many referrals from this person. Let me go pay a visit, and then I'll go see them. And then it's like, oh, Sonia. So stay on top of mind with your referral partners. You can't ever take that for granted, I guess, and every business is different, but I think that's really important, just to stay on top, and then thanking them, and maybe having something, on the calendar that you just go every so often, which is something that I have been doing, which is just every few weeks make a visit, and then I have my route, and I go see them, I go say hi to them, I see how they're doing, and you just got to stay in front of them.
Yes, yeah. Pop buys. You do pop buys all the time. Whether it's just stopping by somebody's office or stopping by with like a little gift or something like that. We talk about pop buys all the time. We've done a couple of marketing matters on specifically real estate pop buys. These can be seasonal things. They're just a really great way to schedule things on your calendar and make sure that you do them. We cover a lot of different things with pop buys. But like I said, these can be seasonal. And guys, a lot of these things you could get at the dollar store. So this doesn't have to be, every quarter I'm spending, $50 on this person. It could literally be a couple of dollars, but it's that you're showing up, that you're stopping by, that you're thinking of them. And I'm telling you, people even love dollar store trinkets because people love getting stuff. They love being thought of. So we use the term top of mind all the time in our industry. So if you're already out there trying to stay top of mind for new leads, why not stay top of mind for your referral partners? Like, they've already proven themselves worthy of referrals. Massage that relationship. Just continue, working that.
The ones that are working.
The ones that are working. Yes.
And then find out what they like. I've got, when I do my Popeyes, she loves chocolate. So I'm always getting her chocolate, those kind of things. I have another office who's like, I'm on it. I walk in with donuts and they're like, we're on a health streak right now. And it's like, oh, okay, I'll remember that for next time. Get them granola bars. So, that's kind of, it's really just having that face-to-face connection. That's what it comes down to. You don't even have to take anything. It's nice if you take something, but you really don't. As long as you're going there, seeing how they're doing, how their business is, how their family is, that's what's important.
It really is. It really is. And final thought of the presentation, Sonia, we were talking about this last week. We were talking about it this week. It's not what you know, and it's not who you know necessarily, but it's who they know. When it comes to referral partners. A lot of times we focus in real estate on getting the next lead. But remember that not everybody that you come across is necessarily in a position to be a lead for you. They're not necessarily going to be a client. However, if you make the right presentation, if you offer the right services to them, if you explain to them how your referral partner programs work, right, they most likely know somebody that they can refer to you. So sometimes referral partners, a lot of times we want to think that like everybody's going to become a real estate client. But a lot of times, most powerful referral partners in real estate are people that have never actually used you. So always something to keep in mind.
That is so true. Some of my top referral partners don't have their personal insurance with me, and it's because they told me the reason why, because their family members are in the same business that I, but they're sending me business. Yeah. So and that's fine. And that's another thing. I always try to tell them, I don't want to be, if I could just be on the rotation, right? Yeah. If you've got a couple of people who that you refer business out to, how do I get to be a part of the rotation? That's what it comes, And I also like when I'm referring people for my clients for restoration or glass or claims or this or that. I always like to have a couple of people on rotation as well, just so that I give my clients a couple of choices, right? And so that's another thing. You don't need all of their referrals. You could, be okay with just a couple that's still getting referrals.
Right. Well, and it's the same in real estate. You never know. Just because somebody else has a real estate agent today, something may go awry tomorrow. Just because they have somebody that they would refer to right now doesn't mean, that you can't be the second or the third choice. Another saying that we have in real estate is it's best to be the third real estate agent and the second wife. So, always keep these things in mind, guys, that just great. Because it's not panned out today, real estate, it's all about filling your pipeline for the future. Yeah. So if anybody has any questions for Sonia, we ended up just
a little over. Away. I know. We're thinking, how are we going to fill the time? Okay. That's so funny.
Filled it very easily. Also, if you are interested in small business networking groups, Sonia's a great person to talk to about it. BNI may not be for everybody. Real estate agents, BNI can be really tough because there's literally a real estate agent in every single BNI chapter. And the requirements for BNI are, there's a lot of accountability. So,
I'm
like I
happy.
said,
I'll put my information out
yes,
there. I'm
please.
happy to talk to anybody who would like more information on how, I've specifically grown my business through referrals.
Yeah.
We can meet for coffee, whatever you'd like. And I can also talk to you about the whole process about starting a networking group, because I am a founder of my BNI chapter. And so there's, I'm happy to share all that information. So feel free to reach out to me. That's my cell phone number. And yeah, hopefully I'll hear from a couple of you.
Yeah. Thanks, Sonia. All right.
Thank
I'm going to
you,
go over
Sarah.
some of the classes that we have coming up. We're halfway through the month already today. Can you believe this? It's crazy. So we've got 2 more marketing matters coming up this month. Next week, I've got another one of my BNI partners, Patty Hatton with Providence Partners Realty. She is going to come talk to us about making money with investment properties. These are big right now for investors. And then we've got Carlos coming on at the end of the month about navigating the virtual landscape post-pandemic, which is what we do right here. So you'll want to hop back on same time, same place, the next 2 Wednesdays, and we'll round out September Marketing Matters. Then tomorrow, we have a CE class going on. I love Zoom CE classes. I think they are awesome. I love in person, but there is something really awesome about sitting at home, getting your Zoom CEs done. So if you need fair housing, we've got this going on tomorrow. There is still time to register. So register. We've got a few more spots left in this class. Get those credits in. And then we've got next Thursday, we've got the second part of our video marketing mastery series. This is an in-person one out in Gilbert. This is going to be video 2.0. So it's going to be taking your video marketing to the next level. We're actually going to have cameras on hand as well. So we'll go over some of the basics of how to create these videos. And then we're actually going to be filming some videos. So you're going to definitely want to register and attend next week. This is next week on the 23rd at 1 p.m. And then we've got a couple of realtor mind tricks coming up. I love teaching this class because it's all about building brand ambassadors and working your sphere of influence. So if you are on today and you're like, that's great, Sarah, that was a lot of information. I really want to implement this in my business, but I don't know what the next steps are to take. Attend one of these realtor mind tricks masterminds, because we're going to break down exactly. I'm going to give you a complete outline. We're going to hold you accountable. We're going to brainstorm, and we're going to actually take the next steps that you need to implement this, working your referral system. So this one is going to be with Mary. So if you're one of Mary's clients, definitely reach out to her. It's going to be in downtown on September 29th at noon. We're also going to feed you. So get with Mary, get registered for that. And then Melinda's also doing one of these. This is going to be in the Biltmore area at Prime Lending off Camelback. So if you're one of Melinda's clients, please reach out to her. This is going to be September 30th at noon. This will be such a great way for you to really hone in on that referral-based business. Like I said, we're going to do it step by step together. So please get with Melinda, get registered for that as well. And then speaking of sphere of influence, this is what we're covering, guys, because this is what really works. Patty and Michael are going to be hosting a class Thursday, October 5th from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. over in Glendale. So if you'd like more information on that, yes, we're already getting into October. We're halfway through September. So get registered for some of these classes. And then we've got our third Zoom CE class coming up on Thursday, October 21st. This one's going to be at 10 a.m. This is solar. Everybody loves this solar class. If you've never taken Tara's solar CE class, I highly recommend it, because not only Do you get your disclosure credits? But you're going to really learn so much that could potentially get you out of a pickle if you're dealing with solar leases in particular. So Tara's great about this. Highly recommend you guys getting registered. The link is live. So even if you want to register today, get it on your calendar for next month. It's going to be going down. And then the following day, October 22nd, Patty and Michael are hosting an Escrow 101 class. This is with Tiffany Hobgood. She's our VP of Escrow Operations, and she knows everything. I mean, when anything in any of our offices needs particular attention, Tiffany is on it. She just seamlessly moves through the entire Landmark Title Company, helping out with everything. So she's a great person to actually learn the 10 steps to a successful closing from. So if you'd like to register for that one, it's going to be in person in Peoria. So please reach out. We'll get you registered. And that's it for us today on Marketing Matters. So thank you, of course, to Sonia. I think she hopped off. And thank you to our business development management team. Remember, they are here for all of your marketing needs. If a small business networking group is something that you are interested in starting and you don't know what the next steps are, Landmark Title actually has a program to help you with that. So please reach out to them and we'll help you get started today. Thank you, Beth, Becky, Melinda, Mary, Eric, Zach, Patty, Michael, and Jessica. And of course, thank you to Landmark Title for allowing us to bring you Marketing Matters every Wednesday at 10 a.m. We have actually 7 offices across the valley now. We just this week opened up our Goodyear branch. So we have 7 offices to service all of your escrow and title needs. Please think of Landmark on your next contract, and we hope you all have a great day.